Come along with us as we explore Cappadocia in this series of 3 blogs. It's an area of extraordinary landscapes in central Turkey.
It's Girls on the Loose again, and we're off on another adventure. We are going to Cappadocia today, and we are taking the cats. I don't know how this is going to go, but we wanted to get them used to flying, or at least to see what happens on a short flight. As you can see, Miss Patches is quite apprehensive. She's been clinging to me all morning. She sees the bags, and she knows something is up. Tangi is a little bit more relaxed about it. He doesn't really understand what's going on, so he's in the room. We have packed for a week. If you look at the difference between our bags and a cat's bags, you know who the more difficult ones to travel with are. I have to admit, I'm feeling really apprehensive. I'm trying to keep it upbeat, but I'm quite worried about going to the airport with the cats. I wouldn't be worried if we could just leave them in their carriers, but whenever you have cats, you actually have to, well, any pet, you actually have to take the pet out of the carrier to go through security. With a dog, I think that's fine, but, you know, cats are a little bit more difficult. So I just have nightmares of them getting free and living forever in the airport in Istanbul, never to be found again. So, fingers crossed, here's hoping that this wasn't a big mistake and that all goes well.
Let's see, here he is. Hey, Tangi. Tangi, say hi to the camera. Oh, he's a curious little thing. Cute little man. That's one litter tray ready to go. Like Steph said, he's not really sure what's going on. Patches knows we're travelling, and she's very apprehensive because she doesn't know who's travelling. She'll feel much better when she understands the whole 4 of us are going, I think. She hates it when just Steph or I go.
Yeah, she hates it when one of us leaves, so we'll see how she goes with everyone going together.
Yeah.
So we made it to the airport, and we made it through the 2 lots of security that you have to go through in Turkey, and both cats are still here. It was quite a stressful procedure, but the cats did well. The cats probably did better than I did. I made Susan take both of them through because I was afraid that they'd get out of my hands. So yeah, we made it through. We've just had some Starbucks and we're trying to let them calm down a little bit in a quietish corner of the airport, as quiet as a corner can be in an airport. Yeah, I'm just waiting for our flight to go now so we can get them where we're going and relax a bit. Welcome to Gourmet. We're going to give you an update on the flight with the cats, but first let's show you where we're staying. Alright, so we got a studio here. So it's got a little kitchenette, a little refrigerator, yeah, kettle, microwave, anything you might need, sink, nice bed, table. We've got some big windows and also a door out to a terrace that looks onto the town, with a table and chairs out there that you could sit on and, you know, have a beer or have a coffee in the morning if you wanted. And yeah, it's a nice room and it's a good place to be based to explore Cappadocia.
Yep, so who's staying in this room?
This is my room. Patches and I are staying in this room.
Okay.
Susan and Tangi have a different room. And basically, it's because the cats love to play, fight, I don't know what, a little bit too much.
Wrestle
Constantly. So we thought we needed to give them some time apart. But of course, they're in the same room together at the moment.
And there you can see an example of that if you caught that.
Yes.
This little Tangi giving Patches a go.
And there goes Patches after Tangi.
So I've got a similar room here. Mine has a view of chickens, a little bit of farm life, which the cats love. They've been sitting on the sill here, enjoying the birds. And where have they gone? Where are you guys?
In my room somewhere. Hopefully. I see Patches. She looks a little guilty. I was going to say Tangy might be under the bed, but there he
Patches. Hey, Tangy.
So this was our first time taking a flight with cats. Actually, it was our first time being responsible for anything else on a flight. And it was really stressful, as I said before, leading up to it. I could say that the flight didn't go too badly. Patches cried a little bit when we first got on. Tangy was pretty quiet. It was really cramped, though, trying to get their bags under the seats. Anyway, the flight was a little bit bouncy. We're not sure when, but if it was either whenever we arrived, it was in the flight, or whenever we arrived in the taxi, Patches did throw up a little bit, actually a lot. So I'm not sure if it was air sickness or car sickness, because the taxi ride here took over an hour. But it is good to know that, because whenever we have our longer trip, we might have to see if there's something that they can give her for air sickness. We were also afraid that they'd be like freaking out on the plane, and it wasn't bad at all. So, you know, maybe they don't need something for anxiety, but they need something for motion sickness, or at least she does. Whenever we landed, we had arranged a pickup, and it ended up being very, very, very shared. We thought it was maybe 4 or 5 people for the price we paid, but it could go up to 16, and there was a long list of people. So we just decided to grab a taxi and take a taxi with the cats, because it has been a long day for them. And I have to admit, like, we did this to make sure that everything would be okay for the long flight that we're going to take whenever we leave Turkey. But I would not recommend traveling, at least with our cats, and probably with many cats, unless you have to. It is quite stressful for them, and that makes it quite stressful for us. That said, now that we are in the Airbnb or the studio, they're having a great time. So I guess it's the journey that they don't like. Our cats do not mind being in a new environment. Actually, they find it quite stimulating. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's a mixed bag. The journeys with them are not that great, especially with Patches. But they love being someplace new. And we found out what we needed to know to get ready for our big trip whenever we move. So, I guess that it served its purpose. I don't think I'll be taking any extra flights with them, though. No. Hey, everyone. We just wanted to give some first impressions of our first day in Gourmet. So I think I said before, we were here about 16 years ago, and man, has it changed. I really can't believe this is the same place. I remember last time in the morning we saw one balloon going up, and I took a photo of it. I still have that photo of the one balloon, and I read that 150 balloons a day go up now. There are busloads of people just pouring out, even like, COVID has just finished in much of the world. 60 at a time going into the restaurants and everything. And although, of course, I want Corona to end as much as anybody, this type of tourism is kind of shocking. And whenever I think of what this place was 16 years ago and what it is now, I really think something has been lost here. That said, it's still an amazing place. Of course, that's why everyone comes here. But definitely a lot of the development and things, it has not increased the beauty of this natural place. Eid Mubarak, whichever language you want to use. Happy Eid. We are here in Gourmet still, and this is what everyone comes for, actually in every direction. So we are just hiking up to the viewpoint now, and we'll show you some of the views over the town. It's awesome.
Lovely to be here. Quite a nice day today. We're expecting rain for the next couple of days, so that's not so good. Steph would like to go up in a balloon. We should have sent her this morning. She missed out.
I missed out. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have bad weather for the rest of the time. So I'll just have to enjoy it from the ground. Which, since I'm afraid of heights, is probably better anyway, but I did catch sight of the balloons this morning, and I did have jealousy. I wanted to be in one of them, but
yeah.
Oh well, that's life.
Yep. We might be lucky. On our last morning, you might get to go up. Inshallah. Not short of bikes here, eh? ATVs everywhere. Bloody hell. Quite a business. Here we are.
Ready to go. As soon as I learn how to drive it.
Well, we just took an ATV out here to Love Valley, and whew, it's hard work riding those quad bikes, I tell you. They don't corner easy like a motorbike.
And it's dusty as.
It's dusty as.
And you drive on the same street as cars, so they're throwing up their dust as well.
Yeah, so it's quite difficult in that regard. But here we are at Love Valley.
The ATV tour is quite exhilarating. I'm a farm girl, so it's like taking me right back to whenever I was riding my dad's ATVs on the hills in Pennsylvania, actually. And so, yeah, it's great fun. It's more about riding the ATV than the actual sites or the stops. I have to admit, this tour is definitely about getting on the ATV and going. But that said, it's nice. It takes you to the main spots. This is Love Valley, and so, yeah, it's one of those things that you have to see. So why not take a ATV to get here?
Yeah, the roads are dusty. It's quite dry.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad.
No, my wrists though hurt already from trying to like control the ATV. It's been a long time.
They're heavy, aren't they?
They're very heavy. Yeah, and it's like it's a perfect terrain for an ATV. Lots of bumps, but not too bad. I imagine in the mud it could get a little bit sloppy though.
It could. Yeah, and it's supposed to rain as of tonight, late tonight. But right now it's quite dry and it's quite nice. Here's some guys coming along. It's definitely the thing to do here. There are hundreds of these ATV quad bikes, and they seem to be pretty much all in use at sunset.
I mean, the good thing is that the government tells you that you have to go on this one track, so it's not trashing like everywhere, which is what I was a little bit afraid would happen. But it also means that you're with hundreds of other ATVs riding down the road, so that's why I said it's really about riding an ATV more than the sights. Yeah, but it's fun.
Hey guys, so I'm on my trusty steed. This one's got me to Love Valley so far, and we're off to what, Sword Valley and somewhere else in the next 40 minutes or so. So it's a 2-hour ride. Cost us 25 euros each. Not a bad price, I guess, for this kind of activity. But yeah, if you have a look around, there are a lot of bikes. Past this. sunset here at Sword Valley. Unfortunately no sunset tonight, but nonetheless stunning location until you see this. Holy macaronis. I would never have believed there were so many quad bikes. It's like a scene from Mad Max.
So basically this is where our ATV tour kind of ends. This is the last spot that we go to. Of course we have to drive them back and park them. But yeah, it was an amazingly fun activity. That said, I'm not sure how I feel about it. It feels like, in some ways, everything that is wrong with tourism. But anyway, I'm just going to embrace it for tonight. I have to admit, I'm glad I did it, so I would recommend it. I think it was good value. But yeah, it does make me think. But
it does. Look how dusty we are.
Look at this. I don't know the last time I was this dusty.
I don't think ever. Okay, let's get back on our bikes and we're heading back to Gurame. If we can find our bikes. There are a lot of bikes here now. Oh yeah, I see some people in our group. Here we are, this is our lot. And here's mine, number 14.
This is my bag.
And number 3, Ooch, is Steph's baby.
I think that they look like we've had sufficient fun.
Do they?
Yeah.
Jump on.
Thank you so much for watching. We're Girls on the Loose. Catch you next time.
This is how they clean you off afterwards. The air gun.
Gel motorlar dursun. Motorlar dursun.